Hello, hello, and welcome to 4 Power 2 Balance. I will be casting this first game, which is a real honor. I'm WrathfulStrudel. Happy to meet you, or if this is the second time you're hearing my voice, then happy to see you back here. So this is the first game of the new season. This is the 4th season of 4 Power 2 Balance. And we have here on the left side, we've got Dad FPS and the Dial-Up Kid. They are the blue and green team. The players are the Advent Reborn and the Vasari Alliance. It's Koi and Lady Haha, which is an alt for Davy. However, I will most likely just be referring to them as the green and blue players. And then over here we have, I'm going to have to look up the name of this team again. I have to apologize in advance for my Americanness, but the white and red team is Expandieren und Auslöschen. I'm not sure what you do with the 2 dots over the O. Again, I'm very sorry for being an American. But yeah, so we'll call it E&A versus DDK. Boom! And those rhyme. Great. Beautiful. And then on that team, we've got Geiger and Scheistomp 13, where they're Vasari Exodus and Vasari Alliance. So Vasari heavy game, which is why maybe you noticed when we first started looking at the galaxy, we had just a couple planets, like we only had one planet that was colonized because the Vasari needed a second to set up. On the question of setting up, let's take a look at everybody's military. So we've still got, okay, so we are opening up with a Rapture battlecruiser and the domination ability. So that is, again, it's a good point swing. It's good for like taking out enemy fleets. In the neutrals, I'm not sure actually if you would know this yet. No, okay. So blue player is aware that just gonna Expeditionary Force is here, and so we do have like an avenue for quick colonization, even though it's a more aggressive pick for the opening capital. And then for the Vasari ships, again, we're just looking at evacuators, which is obligatory. So we'll kind of see what they get into as the game progresses. The other thing, this map is this one's kind of fun. So it's what I would call like a standard 2v2 layout where you've got the allies have a lane to each other, but then we also have a lane directly to an enemy, and we can go through the star to go cross kitty corner to the other enemy. So the other thing is, just like, because this is Sins of Solar Empire 2, where planets orbit, we are going to lose some of those attack lanes, even kind of one going through the star, and we've got these sort of interloper asteroids that are going to become front lines later in the game, if we get to that point. I didn't actually check how long this game runs. The thing with this season, so I actually have done very little with the new patch, and so I don't have a ton of experience with the pirates and the pirate raids and incursions. I'm kind of excited to take a look at those, see if we're going to get some of that action here. And then command ships are now more attainable, so we might see more command ships as we get later into the game, which I think would be a lot of fun, seeing sort of the big guns come out, that the intermediate guns prior to Titan big guns. Okay, so the question we have then is the empires all sort of have a choice. You can colonize directly toward your enemy, you can colonize toward your ally for the safe sort of economic build, or you can colonize toward the star, which is sort of establishing your presence toward the center of the galaxy, which is going to give you strong map control, but also has significant risks, especially because you're right next to, in this case, just the one hostile faction. Oh, hey, what's going on? I assume we're just fighting some neutrals here. Yeah, so we don't really have any engagement between the players yet. So we're going to speed things up to get through the land grab phase. Oh, and now look, it's base game speed and extra game speed. Dang. Look at that patch. Okay, so we see blue has got their whole home cluster here. Red is still working on it. Red looks like they kind of rushed the ice planet, which makes me think they might be going for this ice planet quickly, which is good. Okay. Okay. Here we go. So
civilian structure complete. Hostility research.
Whatever. Okay, it's fine. So red is coming in here, and blue did see red make this move. So we are like, blue can potentially answer this attempt, especially because this is just a cap ship. This is not an escorted ship. So we have a potentially very dangerous situation with blue being aware of this. Let's see how blue's fleet supply is looking. So we've got 148 supply to red's 127. So blue does have a fleet supply advantage going on here. Red does have some reinforcements coming in with skirmishers. Let's see what Blue's doing. Blue is moving away from this front line, so I don't know if we're going to get that engagement, but Blue should be aware that this is happening. They have a Seeker in the gravity well. So this is a pretty important planet. If Red takes this unchallenged, that's going to give them like direct attacks into Blue's territory, even when we head into the funky phase of the game. So Blue should probably challenge this move. We'll check back in on that. White is still working on their home cluster. It looks like they grabbed the volcanic planet pretty quickly, so they focused their resources on that. Green went for number of gravity wells over quality, although they do have the molten back here, but then they have the 3 asteroids. So I think we've got a slight economic advantage here for the blue and green team for DDK. But wait, I see things. No, it's just a Seeker. Oh, come on. Exactly. Oh, here we go. Okay, so. Uh-oh. All right, I'll be right back. Hello, welcome back. Or I mean, nothing changed. Why would I say welcome back? It's just happening. So here we are, where the game definitely didn't crash, and I didn't have to quickly fast forward to the approximate point I was at before. That didn't happen. You're crazy. You're crazy. I'm not crazy. Okay, so here we are. We are looking at the ice planet. That is the battlefront between the red and blue players. So this should be a pretty hot spot. I'm glad blue came in to make this challenge. So we've got, they're pretty evenly matched in supply. We have an evacuator. We don't have the blue capital ship here yet. I'm curious, by the way, how red has gone on the, so we've got now 2 evacuators and then the carrier. Okay, that's not a bad choice. That is definitely an expansion-y choice. It is not very much an aggression-y choice. And we do see red beating the retreat here. So if blue can then just, well, okay, blue does need to take the planet back. Like just by planting their flag on the planet, red has made this a difficult gravity well to take back. Blue could potentially move into pursuit, although they don't really have enough of an advantage to that to make a ton of sense. And I want to see what their capital ship situation is. So blue, we still just have the 1 Rapture battlecruiser. And so they've actually got a capital ship disadvantage against red. Here we do have the transport cabal, and okay, am I dumb? I didn't think the transport cabal ran raids. Am I stupid? I might be stupid, because they sure look like they're raiding. Can you purchase raids from them? All right, let's see what happens. Are they fighting?
Our forces have engaged.
Because that's okay. You know what? They look like they're being chill. They're
has been discovered.
okay. I guess they're raiding. Let's go look at what's happening on the other side of the map, where I still understand how the game works. So, white has expanded their influence. They now are 1 jump away from the star, which is excellent for map control. They now have access to all 3 other players through these currently neutrally contested planets. Red and blue. Oh, blue went and took the moon of this planet. That's gorgeous. Oh, okay. So red and blue are really setting up to say, hey, by the way, red, I don't like you. And red says, well, the feeling's mutual, and I have, wait, hold on. 3 capital ships.
The enemy.
No, I was looking at the wrong player the whole time. Red has 2 evacuators, and that's it. It's actually green who has the 3 capital ships. So we do have the capital ship advantage on the side of DDK. I was just lying before. I was testing your knowledge, and you passed. I'm proud of you. Okay, so now we do have what looks like fighting in earnest here. Oh, yes! Okay, so here we go. Huge supply advantage for blue. We got 176, 113. Red is making the right choice by retreating, but are they going to get the evacuator out? Oh no, come back, evacuator. Okay, so he's got plenty of shields. It looks like it's gonna be okay, but then the Advent forces are just pounding on that thing saying, you are not welcome here. And Red says, but it's my planet, I colonized it. And Advent says, we don't even care. So he's getting the jump out of there. I don't see blue getting that kill, but I do see blue taking this planet, which then gives that front between those 2 empires to blue. That is a pretty big win. So now blue has commanding influence over the red empire here. Red has been pushed back into their doghouse, tail between their legs. Very sad day for them. White here has built up a decent little economy. That was okay. I mean, that was planned. We expected to be lost was lost. So let's go and check in on our players' tech levels. We've got okay. We are in red's point of view. So red's 3 and 3. We're doing sort of a balanced approach. Any interesting text here? Yeah, okay. So, I mean, yeah. So red, I'd say sort of a standard progression for red. We are getting the, oh heck, what do they call the raiders? the wardens, those fast moving gunships, which will be useful against like lighter vessels, which is, I mean, yeah, no, I think that's not a terrible play. So red is going to send a skirmish here. I assume that's just to take a look. Let's see what the rest. Oops. Oh, back we go. There we go. The rest fleet is getting reds. Okay, so red does want to go round 2 here. They are bringing their capital ship in together. So yeah, here we go. Round 2, red versus blue. Guys, I am having major problems clicking on the correct planet. There we go. Okay, so now we do have more evenly matched supply. Still a slight advantage going to blue. Blue is actually pulling back from the Gargoyle. That is surprising. Do we have some action that is calling blue away elsewhere? Is green in a fight? I'm not sure why blue's retreating from this. I think they could have the win. Maybe they're just trying to... God darn that moon. That's no moon. So, okay, that was strange. I'm a little confused by blue just not contesting the planet. Let's see if overall, so blue's got 377 supplied. I mean, they're evenly matched rivals.
A colonizable planet has been discovered.
Then where is that other fight going on? This is green fighting neutral. So green is moving in on this planet front, and then white has a presence here. So we are probably about to see some action going here. We have what's happening. So a map where you have 3 avenues of attack on the enemy team. One thing that feels like it can inevitably kind of happen is it turns into 2 1v1s, which is what we're looking at right now. Essentially, we do have a pirate raid leaving the base. It'll be kind of fun to watch where that goes. But we have green building up a huge fleet here that white doesn't seem to have a great answer to. What's white's fleet supply? It's 299 to green's 372. That's not good. So red and blue starting a cold war here. I wonder if, I mean, because they don't have like perfect vision. They can't see the whole map like we can. So, what do you guys see here? It looks like we do have a scout here, which is kind of fun. But yeah, it looks like they're just building up because they're getting ready for like a big attack. Huh. It's interesting to see the fleet sort of taking position to move in on the neutral faction, especially with a belligerent neighbor right next door. That is bold. Because if they, I mean, surely that's not actually the plan though, right? They move in on the neutrals and then blue, if they get a whiff of it, they move in on the ice planet, right? And they just take it behind them. I guess we'll see. Ooh. Wait, is okay.
You were obedient, scurvy dog.
Is that the bounty icon? I don't know what bounties look like. That's how out of touch I've been with this patch. Okay. So blue, their fleet is just hanging out. It looks like both of them. Let's see what they're doing tech-wise. Like obviously they have some kind of plan. So blue heavy into the military research, but red even more so. Red is actually winning the technology battle against blue. So we're gonna have higher quality ships on red's side, and on top of that, oh no, blue does have a bigger fleet though, considerably bigger fleet. So currently they're setting up a war between quality and quantity. Let's see what's happening. So green advancing in on white territory. So far kind of unchallenged. Green's capital ship supply is the 3 ships. That's the 3 that I misidentified in the forgotten first part of this video. But yeah, this looks like a pretty unchallenged bombardment. White might be moving in here. So white is moving in for a counter. Hopefully we're not doing like a sporadic jump. They are moving for like an organized jump in. Yeah, sort of rallying their own fleet together. So let's take a look at white. We also have 2 evacuators and a carrier. So again, these are both built about spreading influence and less about winning fights. And so we do have kind of, I guess I would say, peaceful play going on. Now, blue pulling back here. Guys, if you tell me what that red icon is, I wanted it to be a bounty, but just tell me what the red icon is and you win a free hug. So, okay, since we have okay, hold on. Okay, so green did get the staging ground in Frozen Asteroid and is now making it, but this is a deadly play against white. This could be pretty devastating. So let's pull this up. We have green's got major fleet supply, which is bad news because we're in white's territory. So I'm sure we have the red fleet probably moving toward this battle We'll see if they show up later. Let's get to where the murdering. White is pulling back. I mean, what choice do they have? They have to watch this planet that they got early volcanic tech to colonize, and it's just being taken from them by the superior force. Let's see quality of ships. So white, we've got 3-4, sort of a balanced approach. Green, we've got 3 and 6. So green is, we've got sort of a mirror matchup in that green and red players both have higher tech and more robust economies, it looks like. Oh, here we go. Okay. So they're being very shy. Like neither of these is a killer fleet. These are both like very diplomatic fleets, let's say, and so they got to know each other a little bit. But nobody needs to get hurt, right? Green just wants to take the planet, and then white uses it. Where is the red fleet? Did the whole red fleet get blown up somehow? Oh no, they're just there. It was hiding behind the moon. Good job, red fleet. Good hiding spot. But where are they going though? This is crazy to me. Like we have these two massive forces building up here. We've got red with 6 military research to green's also 6. I mean, these are pretty balanced. And then green 729 supply and red 619. And it also looks like we're almost capped. So they do need to get like better research. Anyway, okay. And then by planet count, we've got red at 8, and then hold on, we should be counting green and blue at 8. I mean, these are very evenly matched rivals here. This is when this battle goes down, it's going to be sort of this grinding haul. But here we have, green moving in on white again. So green really coming in with this aggression. Has green picked up more aggressive, like, capital ships? No, we're still doing the evacuators and the carrier. But I mean, if it gets the job done, right? What's the problem? Oh, and by taking the volcanic planet, we have cut white's empire in half. White cannot safely get their ships to their other planets. Like, they don't have supply lines or reinforcement lines. So white really needs to make something happen here. I don't think this is going to be it, though. They've got less than half the supply of green. Green is absolutely pummeling these ships. We are targeting down just the trash ships right now, and then the capital ships get to watch their fleets die. Oh, and then that's the game. Yeah, so white's calling it. You know what? That's fair. White calls the GG. They go into retreat, but the game didn't end yet. I assume it's going to freeze at any time, and I'll know what happened this time because I'll know that white GG'd out. Maybe red said, hey, don't GG out.
Military structure.
So red did take the blue moon. Did we miss? Oh, okay. But it's partially stopped. There we go.
Our fleet has engaged the enemy.
Okay, so here we have the big fight between red and
has lost the colony.
And that is the game. That's a shame. This would have been a lot of fun to watch. So that was fun. Sort of this like chess matches back and forth, jockeying for position. Not much direct conflict, but it turned out that green, being the aggressive player featured here, the aggression into white's territory sort of turned out to be decisive because white lost the ability to support these two planets. Green came in and they were pressing down on them, and white didn't have the economy to deal with it, and red couldn't really come help because blue was holding them pinned in place. Really interesting game, very strategic, very standoffish, like 14-year-olds at a dance hanging out at the walls because they don't want to engage. Anyway, that's enough analysis from me. You didn't need to hear any of that. All right, hey, I look forward to seeing you in the next game. Thank you so much for watching the tournament. See you later.